The newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. Tropical storm Maring emerges with the remnants of a tropical depression Nando. As of 10 in the morning, Maring's center was estimated at 730 kilometers east of Tuguegarao City. Pagasa says it will likely move west-northwestward toward the extreme northern Luzon in the next few hours. Maring remains a tropical storm with maximum sustained winds of 85 kilometers per hour near the center and gustiness of up to 105 kilometers per hour. Tropical cyclone wind signal number 1 is currently in effect in 17 areas due to the anticipated direct effect of the merger cyclone. The National Police welcomes the conclusion of the Justice Department's probe into the drug case against Julian Ongpin. PNP Chief Guillermo Eleazar called for patience in the decision of the DOJ, assuring that the verdict on the case will be correct. The drug complaint against Ongpin stemmed from the recovery of cocaine inside the room he had shared with artist Brie Honson in La Union. It was the same room where Honson was found dead last September 18. The complaint is now for resolution since no new issues were raised by Ongpin and the police. Nearly 3/4 of 140,000 armed forces personnel are now fully inoculated against COVID-19. AFP Surgeon General Colonel Fatima Claire Navarro said 73% of the military's troops have been fully vaccinated against COVID-19. Navarro added that they are expected to reach as much as 96% this October and November and 100% vaccination status by December. Emerging evidence suggests that exposure to air pollution worsened the severity of COVID-19. The World Health Organization tells us more in this video.
Hello and welcome to Science in 5. I'm Vismita Gupta-Smith. We are talking today about WHO's new air quality guidelines, and our expert is Dr. Maria Neira. Welcome, Maria. Maria, tell us what is new in WHO's new air quality guidelines.
What is new, essentially, is that we need to lower the recommended levels of exposure to air pollutants in order to protect people's health. So we know now that even exposure to a very low levels of certain pollutants that we are breathing every day will put us at risk, and that's why for 6 key pollutants we are recommending lower levels that will be protecting your health. The important message of these guidelines is that if those recommendations of WHO are implemented, particularly for PM 2.5, which is one of the most dangerous for our health, we could save 80% of the total number of deaths that we have every year due to air pollution. And that number is 7 million premature deaths caused by exposure to air pollution. So as you can see, Vismita, we have an incredible opportunity here that we cannot miss to protect our health.
Maria, elaborate please on these 6 pollutants that we must control in the air that we breathe.
Yes, there are 6 pollutants that are very much of concern for our health. One of them is the so-called PM, so particulate matter 2.5. It's such a small particle that can go very easily to your lungs, and from our lungs will not stay there. It can go even to the bloodstream, and from there reach any organ in our body. Then we have PM10, which is a little bit bigger, and then other 4 pollutants that are coming essentially from traffic or from the combustion of fossil fuels, and I'm sure that you heard about SO2 or NO2 or ozone or carbon monoxide. All of those 6 are the ones that we are targeting, and if we are successful on implementing those new recommendations and lowering the levels of those 6 pollutants, we can save many, many lives.
Maria, what have we learned so far about COVID-19 and air pollution?
It's clear that the bad quality of the air we breathe will be a major risk factor for acute and chronic respiratory diseases and cardiovascular diseases. In addition to that, if you are exposed to air pollution, you will develop certain diseases, underlying diseases, that will give you a greatest possibility of develop severe cases of COVID if you are affected. So we see a clear relationship between air pollution and the burden of COVID-19 in places that were very polluted. This is an additional reason why now on the recovery post-COVID-19, we need to reimagine a greener world with clean sources of energy, a place where we can breathe air that is not killing us. Just to remember all of the people that is listening to us, at the moment, 90% of the world population, 90% of the world population is breathing an air that is not respecting the recommended standards by the World Health Organization, the ones that will be protecting our health. Most of the decisions about the reduction of air pollution, they need to come from governments, from mayors, from politicians. But as an individual, I can put pressure on my politicians for them to reduce those levels of air pollution and therefore protecting my life.
Thank you, Maria. That was Science in 5 today. Until next time then, stay safe, stay healthy, and stick with science.
The Taliban warns the United States not to destabilize the regime during their first face-to-face talks since Washington pulled out its troops from Afghanistan. Recall that on Saturday, a high-level delegation of the Taliban, led by acting Foreign Minister Amir Khan Muttaqi, has met with the U.S. delegation in Doha. After their meeting, a Taliban statement said that the group wants a positive relationship with the outside world. But Muttaqi told Afghan state news agency Bakhtar that any attempts to destabilize the Taliban regime in Afghanistan is good for no one. Let's now take a quick look at today's other top stories. Davao City Mayor and presidential daughter Sara Duterte has tested positive for COVID-19. Her office says the younger Duterte only has mild symptoms and will be placed under isolation. The Davao City government also advises residents or workers that came in close contact with Sara to self-monitor for symptoms and to get tested. Now, for those who have yet to register for the 2022 polls, heads up, the COMELEC will resume accepting applications nationwide starting tomorrow. COMELEC offices will accept the voter registration only on weekdays and on the last day, October 30, which is a Saturday. Schedules for registration may vary in satellite registration centers, but it will run from 8 in the morning till 5 p.m. in COMELEC offices. And Phil-American Sophia Frank makes history in the Philippine figure skating despite being a newcomer in the national team. The 16-year-old figure skater set the highest ever score for a Filipina in the ISU International Competition short program with her routine in Finland. Frank finished 17th in a field of 26 skaters in the TIFF, scoring 53.30 to begin her campaign. Now, for more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World Online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play app. Register for a free account now, www.signalplay.com, and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Riza Diaz. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.